FutureMakers.
Hi, I'm Ro. I'm one of the coaches here at FutureMakers, where we design, test, and create playful learning kits called Sparks. Sparks are made to help integrate hands-on design challenges and imaginative play experiences into all classrooms and learning spaces. This video is made to help educators and learning specialists like you guide your learners through a fun experience that builds confidence and sparks curiosity. The approach I'll be going over today has been tested with hundreds of learners and educators so that you can confidently prepare to spark playful learning in your spaces. Watch this video before making the sparks with your learners. Today, we'll be talking about Drawbots. As you can see, there are many possible versions of Drawbots. Even after you complete the core build with your learners, there are still so many avenues for experimentation. So get ready, and let's play. You can prepare your learners by having them take the following steps. Remove all of the foam pieces from their sheet. You won't be needing any of the foam dots, so you can discard them at this step. Now would also be a good time to remind your learners not to stretch or pull too hard on the foam because it could break off. You'll also need a large piece of paper for each of your learners, or a few spread out for small groups so that their Drawbots have a surface to draw on. Now let's name each component. This will make it easier to move through our core build. This is our base. These are our 3 markers, which will make it stand. These components make up our motor assembly. These are the pieces we'll use to create our unbalanced weight. This is our 3-hole connector, our motor and gear, which come pre-attached, our AA battery, and our rubber band. Let's begin by engineering a way for our Drawbot to stand. You'll need your circular foam base and all 3 markers. Take each of your markers and gently slide them back in first, halfway through 3 different holes on your circular base. Try to space them out as evenly as possible. This will help your Drawbot stay balanced later on. Next, let's stabilize the legs of our Drawbot using our 3-hole connector. Slide the end of each marker through each of the holes on your connector. Now is a great time to check in with your learners and make sure everyone's Drawbot is standing on its own. Balance the Drawbot by adjusting the spacing of the markers, the connector, and the base. In the end, it should look something like this. Now, let's make our battery pack. First, we'll pre-stretch our rubber band so that it's much easier to use. Then we'll hook the band onto the bump of the battery's positive end before pulling it lengthwise over the battery, covering both ends evenly. If the rubber band keeps slipping off, encourage learners to press firmly over the bump while stretching it to the other side. Very small fingers may need help from others. Now let's attach the battery pack. One way that works is to gently slide the battery pack through the large center hole on the base. Next, we have to build our motor assembly. This is what will keep our motor in place at the top of our Drawbot. For this step, we'll need the 2 foam components that have a large rectangular hole. One should be short and straight. The other one should be shaped like the letter L. You'll also need your motor. Now that I've got the 2 foam pieces I need, I'm going to grab my motor and insert it through this rectangular hole. So I'll take my gear, feed it through, and just slide the foam down until it's wrapped around the metal body of the motor. I'll take my L-shaped piece and do the exact same thing, sliding down until it's wrapped around the metal body of the motor. In the end, it should look like the shape of the letter Y. Now, let's create an unbalanced weight to make the motor vibrate and the Drawbot wiggle. Find the unbalanced weight components. Any combination could work, but for now, we'll use these. Gently press the notches on these 2 foam components while inserting them into the holes on the longer one. Connect the 3 components together like this to make the unbalanced weight. Now we'll connect our unbalanced weight to our motor. Insert the motor's gear into one end of the unbalanced weight. Line up the foam with the top of the gear so that it's flat across the top. Now we have to attach our motor assembly to complete our Drawbot. Take your motor assembly and your unbalanced weight and connect it to the base we built earlier. The tabs on the motor assembly should go into the holes in between the markers. Now we'll close our circuit and make our Drawbot go. Gently slide each wire between the rubber band and the battery on each end. Check to see if your Drawbot is moving. If the weight isn't spinning, there are usually 3 main barriers. First, make sure your unbalanced weight isn't bumping into anything like your markers. Second, make sure the unbalanced weight isn't pushed too far down past the gear. And finally, make sure the wires are carefully connected to each end of the battery. Now, we can make it draw. Place a large piece of paper on a flat work surface like I've done here. If you're working on a desk, be prepared to gently nudge the Drawbot back towards the center so that it doesn't fall over the edge. Take the caps off of the markers and let it draw. This is just one iteration of a Drawbot. These examples in front of me are a few of the many directions you can go in. Encourage your learners to make a new bot that moves at a different speed or draws a different pattern. Also remind your learners that it's okay to fail and try again. Congratulations on building and playing with your Drawbot, and thank you for watching. In case you didn't know, here at FutureMakers, we're committed to ensuring a playful and creative experience for educators and learners alike. That's why each of our Sparks is individually packed for learners to keep what they make and take it home. We believe that providing ownership of what they make helps to boost engagement, empowers them to take greater risks, and allows playful learning to continue anywhere. For your benefit, we've also created a playbook, which includes standards alignments, printables, a learner-facing slide deck, and more. Check the description below for links to all of these materials, or find them on our website. Let us know what you think. Bye!